Recruiter here, the headless headhunter, getting you ahead of your job search by reviewing your resume. So this job seeker is a full stack software engineer. What we need for a full stack software engineer is, well, right up here: degree, TypeScript, JavaScript, CSS, HTML, Node.js, Angular, Next.js, GraphQL, SQL, React.js, API, RESTful API, Cloud, Agile, CI/CD, cross-functionally, .NET, Python, or Java, and a bonus points for architecture, external reach, Git, and DevOps. Although I will say, it may not matter. So there is a certain time of year between, I would say, about the third week of November, which is basically like the week before Thanksgiving or the week of Thanksgiving, until the second week of January, where it does not matter how good your resume is. This is the time when recruitment shuts down across multiple industries across the United States. So if you did have a job search strategy and you found my channel and you were going, Lee, everything was working so well until the third to second week of November and nothing is working, I will tell you that is normal. That is the time where just recruitment as general gets chaos. This is when jobs get pulled, companies are pulling back on hiring until the new year, where everybody is sick or on vacation and nobody can actually meet each other. So don't panic if you change your resume and you think it looks great and it's November, December, and your ratio, which is how many applications it takes to get an interview, is off. It's normal. It happens. It's literally every year. Do not panic. I've actually seen some good resumes that people have then sent me because they changed it because they were afraid. So don't need to panic. So this is what we're looking for. This person is also on my live stream. That is where I help people out a little bit more than I can through YouTube. So I will help them out after, but right now I'm not talking to them because I need to make sure this is a not biased review. So can we find what we need in 20 seconds, which is how long recruiters have to actually view your resume as I mess up the formatting. This is all the time we have, and go. Okay. Okay, don't need that. Okay. Oh, there's so much unnecessary stuff. React, HTML, CSS. Okay, good. Okay. In MySQL, that's actually fine. Designed and led command of a new React, and you just said that. Cross-functional can be used. Delivered a rebuild of a main website using React. Okay, so let's break this down. First off, this formatting is bad. This is actually hard to read. So what you want to use is my formatting. Now, this is my formatting. It's on my website. And I want you to look between them, because this person may say, but I thought I did use your formatting. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This is hard to read. This is easy to read. So we need to fix the formatting. But a bigger problem beyond this, the formatting, is the bullet points. Now, some of these are not bad, but they're not really good enough. So to move forward in an interview, a lot of people say, oh my gosh, you need 100% of everything. And that's actually not correct. Even in this nightmare of a market, which we are in a recession right now, the market is terrible, make no mistake. It is now harder to search for a job than it ever was in the last 3 to 4 years, even probably during COVID. It is an absolute nightmare. But not counting all that, which is quite a big not counting, you need about 75%. Even in a terrible market, you only need about 75% to move forward. And what I found here, like, we can take it away, is we have the degree, right? That's good. We found TypeScript, which was good, although it's very possible they can miss it because it's kind of off in the corner. And the formatting. We found HTML good, CSS good, found RESTful APIs. No, I found REST APIs. So I found APIs, but not RESTful. Again, if Java is different than JavaScript, which it is, then you cannot be upset with people that are confusing RESTful APIs and they don't want to move forward because you have REST APIs. Are they the same? I don't know. You didn't tell me. And we do have SQL. So already we have a good stuff. We have about 30 to 40% of what I found. We have Cloud. Huge. Great. Awesome. And then I think React, right? Yeah, React. Okay, good. So this is good. We have about 40 to 50% of what we need. And then absolutely nothing else, right? Like, this is where it kind of falls apart. So I did not see .NET or Python or Java. I did not see Agile. I did not see CI/CD. I think I did see cross-functionally, which was pretty good. But I didn't see like Angular or Node or Next.js or GraphQL or RESTful APIs or JavaScript, which is huge. So again, you had about 40 to 50% of what I need, but I need that last 25%. Now, it's possible they're further down here, but again, guess what? I only got down to here in 20 seconds because your resume was hard to read. So this, great, right? This is good. This is solid. And then you add like UI, UX, and sales conversions, right? I don't care about that. I'd rather you just say developed or built a SAS website with TypeScript, HTML, CSS, React, MySQL on an AWS environment. That's it. That would be fine. And then here you basically said the same thing as this. So it's good to double up on qualifications in other jobs. So if you have AWS here, I want to see it here. But I don't need to see AWS in the same job more than once, right? Like it's once right down here, and it's once down here, and then it's also here. So it's irrelevant. Same with this. I want to see SQL here and here, but I see it twice in the same job. So like SQL, right? Here, here, and down there is good, all the way at the bottom, but I don't need it twice here. So your second and first bullet point are the same. And then that's kind of the problem, is there's really not much else about your resume. Is everything is in this bullet point, which again is solid, but I need more. So this is not the worst resume I've ever seen in my life. It's not, but it just needs a little bit more. So fix the formatting, which we will go over a little bit more on the live stream, which if anybody wants to join, it's every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. PST from at twitch.tv/headlessheadhunter. And I will help them out a little bit more. But for everybody else, like, comment, and subscribe. Share it with your friends that need help searching for a job. And let's go to the next resume. This is a resume of a data analyst. So this person is my chat looking for extra help. So what we're looking for in a data analyst is your degree, industry. Again, like healthcare is going to be a little bit different. I cannot be in every industry. So I may miss a couple of industry specifics, but like HIPAA and H7, I think, are good for healthcare. SQL, data visualization, Tableau, Power BI, Looker, stakeholders, explaining technical concepts to non-technical stakeholders. That is huge. I swear you need that. How you solved problems with the data, not what the data is. That is where everybody makes a mistake. MS Excel, macros, pivot tables, VLOOKUP, Word, Python, R, multiple projects and deadlines, and cloud. Can I find that in 20 seconds? Let's find out. Go. Okay, SQL, Excel, good. Okay, good. Analyst and reimbursements. Subject matter expert. Implementing HIPAA controls. Okay, good. Utilize MS Office. WordPress presentation. Okay, that's okay. Implemented a forecasting model. AI is nice. This isn't bad. Again, let me see what you wrote. I think we're missing a little bit, though, and I'm going to go through it a little bit deeper. Okay. So, again, if you are international, I will say that the recent laws they made like a month ago absolutely tanked your chances, and even with a perfect resume, you're going to be facing close to 5 to 6 times the number of rejections that non-U.S. citizens, or that U.S. citizens would not have to deal with, or green card holders. And that really sucks. And that's not a resume issue, that is a governmental law issue, which, So, let's go through this and see what you do have and don't have. So we have SQL, good. We have Tableau dashboards. Okay, so here's what I want to see: designed data visualization dashboards. I want you to be very specific with that wording, not just Tableau. You want to say design data visualization dashboards, and then in parentheses put Tableau, right? With SAP, again, maybe specific. To monitor KPIs. I don't know if this is as needed. This part is actually good. This is how you describe, like, people say impact is like numbers. No, this is actually a good way to describe impact. My biggest issue is this only seems to have data visualization dashboards, which does not mention data visualization. And I don't know if the rest of it is as needed. So, but I just need a little bit more in this sentence. So, serve the subject matter expert partnering with IT and compliance. You can just say matter expert, cross-functionally partnering with departments to implement HIPAA controls. And this reviews, maybe this is medically specific. Strengthening, and this is the problem, is this is not impact. Right? I don't need to say strengthening data governance and enhancing audit readiness. I want to say just implemented HIPAA controls so our company is prepared during an audit, right? That's fine. But strengthening data governance and enhancing audit readiness is too corporate. I just need the very basics. Utilized MS Office, PowerPoint, and Visio, reports and presentations to 50 plus. You know, I don't know. I've gone back and forth on this. I don't actually think the 50 plus is needed. I think you can just say for non-technical leaders while following Agile Scrum methodologies, enabling them to make faster decisions, right? We need to be specific that this helps them. And then the rest of this is a little long, but I think that's it. Like, you have most of what you need here. We just need to make it a little bit better and tighter. But overall, it's good. It's just you are going to need all the help you can get if you're international. It just, they really, really hurt everybody by making that law, which is incredibly insane because they already had difficulties getting a job. So I'm going to help you on the stream. For everybody else, well, let's go to the next resume. This is another data analyst. So the previous data analyst resume was actually a pretty good resume, right? While there were things I said that could be improved, its ratio was 1:30, which for an international was phenomenal. The problem is, ever since that law came in, it then moved to 1:100. So the previous data analyst resume, phenomenal, very good, followed my formula, and it could use a little bit more tweaks, but even that was getting 1:100. And unfortunately, because of the law change, that might be the normal, and there's only so much you can do. So this is another data analyst, which I don't know if they are international or not, but that is what we are going to be comparing it to. The previous, let me fix that, is the previous resume. So the previous one, again, good. It was a good resume. Let's see what this one is. It said 150, so probably terrible. So let's see if I can find the same things in 20 seconds and go. Oh, no, I don't like this. This is a wall of text. Why do I care about that? Okay, Python. Healthcare, that is at least the industry. Power BI dashboards, that's 3 things. Everyone's focusing on KPIs. I really didn't see them that much. SQL, okay, Tableau. Good, Tableau, and Excel. All right. So, that was not enough to move forward. Again, that was like 40 to 50%. I need more. I also did not see how you explain complex topics. Maybe you did it further down, but this formatting is awful. There's only so much I can go down with this formatting. So, let's look at what this person wrote. I received 3 internship offers in the past for data and business analyst roles. Yes, internships have different qualifications than full-time. A good internship resume that it will fail to get you the full-time position you are interning for. And vice versa. The things you need in an internship are not what you need to get to the full-time role. I'm graduating in December, and right now I am in full swing, sending out applications as soon as I see an opening. Good. As an international student, you are in for a rough time. It feels like I have a mountain to climb since I have not been able to land any interviews. You are correct. After seriously applying the last couple of months, I know you do not prefer skills or summary section, so how should I use that space? How should I add more projects? Help, help, help. You are the best. Thank you. So first off, again, I want to direct you to immediately the previous one, right? Like this, I'm going to bring it back up. This is one of the best data analyst resumes you can get. You should not have this underline here or here. And again, there were minor tweaks I had, but this was getting a 1:30 prior to the rule change as a data analyst, which is a phenomenal ratio. That's actually a phenomenal ratio for somebody who is a U.S. resident. This is how you write it. And if you notice, this is not. A, it's much harder to read. This is chaos. B, you have a professional summary that I don't need. C, your education is this big. And in fact, this is a clear indication of what is good for an internship and not for a full-time. So you said informed student chapter, grew chapter to 40 plus members, lost guest speaker series and data workshops, assisted local business to streamline procurement flows for 2 partners. This is a phenomenal bullet point that shows that you can work well with other people for an internship, and this will get you an internship. This is great. This is how you do it. I don't care about that when you're applying for a full-time role. That is completely irrelevant. I care about this stuff. So yeah, small tweaks with this one, but still overall a solid resume. And it's getting now 1:100 because they're international. You are going to have to use this as your basis. And it looks like they are also in the same industry too. But like built time series forecasting models in Python. Okay, Python is good. Within a cross-functional, also good. Healthcare is solid. But then it informed buy recommendations and drove 5% outperformance against the benchmark. I don't care about that. Develop sector specific. Why do I care about sector specific? Just say developed Power BI visual dashboards. Integrating. Okay, why do I care about Bloomberg API? Is that something I'm looking for? No, it's not. And internal historic data, I might be, because that at least explains what you did. Providing sub-communities with real-time KPIs and trades insight that improved monitoring efficiencies. Again, I want to see developed Power BI dashboards in whatever that improved our monitoring efficiency. But why is it important that you improved monitoring efficiency? I don't know. You didn't tell me. This person did. Like the previous bullet point, right? I gave them another bullet point that they should use, which is much better. This is one of the things I did outside of that. And let me show you. This is just a writing page real quick, right? Let me make sure this looks good so I can actually see it, is design data visualization dashboards, parentheses Tableau, and use SQL, Excel, macros, pivot tables to implement H17 standards, that's industry specific, that reduced claim rejections and map business process models to accelerate our reimbursement approvals. That is a phenomenal bullet point that contains 40% of what I'm looking for. This does not. I don't care about this. I care about this. Also, this is not too big because when you use it in my formatting, it is 10.5. So that actually fits perfectly well with it. So I need you to write it more like this and unlike this, right? Like analyze trends using SQL and Tableau. Okay, but why do I care about exploratory ad hoc analysis that helped outreach teams targeting top countries, boosting conversion rates? What's a conversion rate? I don't know. You did not tell me. So this is why you're having an issue, besides the law change, which is definitely hurting you, but it is still possible to get interviews as an international student. It is way harder, and you may actually struggle to get it during the next month and a half since, we are in the November-December slowdown, which happens every year, but it is possible, but it's not possible with a resume like this. And you even made some of the same mistakes I told this person to change. Like, used Excel and PowerPoint to deliver executive-level presentations. Okay, good. That's stakeholders. That does mean stakeholders. For, again, 50-plus stakeholders, I don't really care about the number. Like, funding delays. Why do I care that you analyzing? Like, I need you to be very blunt. Never assume I know what you know. And remember, I have 15 to 20 seconds. That's it. That's all I get. You have to be very, very clear and blunt with it. So that's all I can do for this one. Let's go to the next resume. This is another data analyst. I don't know. I got 3 in a row. The next one is not a data analyst. I don't know why I got 3 in a row. All right. So same things as the last two. Probably the same problems as the last one as well. So 20 seconds. Can I find it? They also dox themselves, so I can't scroll past this. Let's go. Okay. Engineering and automation of data extraction and feature engineering with... I don't care about data engineering. I care about Python's okay. Why do I care about 98%? Okay. Power BI dashboards, at least what I'm looking for, but the rest of this is irrelevant. Leverage... What do you mean leverage SQL? Just say used. A key performance measure. Everybody's focusing on KPIs. All right. Yeah, that's like it. That's as far as I got. It's obviously going to be a rejection. You had like 3 things I was looking for, right? Like maybe KPIs are specific in like your industry section, because again, it cannot be in every industry. But when I looked at it, KPIs weren't really on the list of things I was looking for as a data analyst. So you have the same problem as the last one, except this is worse. In fact, if anything, this went from fantastic data analyst resume to bad data analyst resume to terrible data analyst resume. So let's see what this person wrote. I am a fresher, just internship experience at a research lab. Yeah, and then this is part of the issue is you put in all these percentages, right? Like you have some of what I'm looking for. Like I do want to see that you've been in an agile environment, and I do want to see that you've used Excel, but like you focused on data mining and validation and a scalable data extraction pipeline. This is specifically the bullet of how you solved a problem with the data, not what the data is you fell into the trap of explaining the data and how it was so impressive. But bro, I've got a bachelor's in psychology. The other recruiters and hiring manager themselves may not have the technical know-how. We're not going to know, right? We're not going to know that whatever data sets reducing manual verification experts by 90%, why that's important. And we're not going to care. You need to write it like the first data analyst resume. You need to show me the reason that you did something, which again is the how you did it, and the reason and result of you doing it. Because that's what matters. It doesn't matter that you used a high ROI or a K-means cluster, which, again, it's been over a decade since I had a statistics class for a psych degree. It does not matter that you put that in. That's not relevant. I'm not looking for that. Like, you can look at the roles. It's not going to say that. It may say in the responsibility section, but we don't care about responsibilities. We care about the other part, the qualifications. So I need you to redo your resume and make it more like the first one. The second one was better than yours, and I think you can see the progression of why it didn't work. So next, resume. This is a resume of kind of a customer success manager. This person, I had to read, like, they just wrote customer success, which is not a job title, but I could not figure out what that was, so I had to read the actual note. So they said, looking to transition into a new job area, probably tech, where I'm able to assist customers and clients using software that I can learn and expand on for future roles. Not sure if customer success is the best title, but anything that is my description. So realistically, I don't know why I say realistically all the time. Customer success manager would probably be the role that you are looking for. So weirdly enough, this is not a manager position. You are managing the customers. So that's a bit of a weird part. Also, you accidentally left in your area, but you did not dox the rest of it. So I will say that's why I can only show this part. But I believe customer success manager is the closest thing to what you described. Typically, I like people to have an idea of what they want first, but this was close enough that I could find it. So what we're looking for in a customer success manager is degree, industry, so like medical or tech, proven success in meeting goals, retention, engagement, customer satisfaction, communicating to all and explaining technical stuff to stakeholders. If you all have noticed, communicating technical stuff to other people is massive. You really want that in your resume. Negotiations, solved problems, multitask, CRM and CS tools like HubSpot, cross-sell, upsell, Salesforce, and then SaaS or B2B, and maybe global clients. So can I find any of those? Let's find out. In 20 seconds, and go. Okay. Coordinated with 100-party vendors. Almost what I'm looking for. Monitor key performance indicators, KPIs, parity to reports using pivot tables. Could be close because sometimes they want Excel. Okay, so this is going to be a rejection. So you've applied to over 150 applications and gotten continuously rejected because of this resume. So your problem is you are over-explaining stuff that is irrelevant, like 10% from 73. Like, what is this? Boosting successful delivery reattempts by 10% from 73% to 83%? Completely irrelevant. I'm not looking for that. And then you did not elaborate enough on this. This is actually something that is a qualification that you could use. The problem is you did not go into enough detail. Collaborated with cross-functional teams to address customer concerns and resolve service challenges, ensuring timely deliveries and enhancing overall customer service. So you said hello to a customer and improved it? Like, I need details. I need details, bro. You need to give me details for this, because it actually seems like this is something that you could do. Right, you seem relatively qualified enough for this by Jason experience, but you don't tell me enough. You also, above here, I read your whatever profile. You don't need a summary. If anything, you just need to say. In fact, I don't even think you need to say you're switching industry, because an area manager is, while not the same as a customer success manager, is at least adjacent enough that you don't have to explain that in a summary. So you need a different formatting, because for real, please never use 2 columns. I've literally never seen a 2-column resume be better than a single column one. So use this formatting. But I need details here. I don't care necessarily that you did 100 third-party vendors, but What were the operational barriers? How did you interact with them? Was it through email? Was it for a CRM? Was it, how did you improve performance? And why was it important that you improved performance, right? You need to say that you can speak good. You need to make right to show you can speak good, which I am not doing right now. I'm not demonstrating good customer success management. But you need to prove that through your resume. You need to show me that. You need to prove it, and I don't see that. I need to know what you did, and this is almost a blank resume. Like, you filled it with, again, random percentages, and then when I needed more detail, you didn't give it. So again, a qualification is what you did, how you did it, and the reason and result of you doing that. I do not see that from this. So it's also where you did it, which is but you did succeed at that, because that's why these don't count. So that's all I can do for this episode and this resume. Thank you very much for watching. If you ever need more help, join my live stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. PST on twitch.tv/headlessheadhunter. And please like, comment, and subscribe. Share it with your friends that need help with getting a job. And I will see you all in the next video to help you get ahead of your job search.